Good morning, everyone. All right, so we got a bunch of decent movers today. The biggest mover is probably ASTC. Look at Jibo, though. I didn't even realize this. After I finished streaming, I left my house, but look at this crazy move on GEVO. This thing went from $5 to 21. Whoa, okay, sorry, I had to mute my computer. This thing went from $5 to $21, so just a ridiculous move here on GEVO. Also, another gapper is NURO. It's looking pretty decent as well. VSTM sitting at 810 now, watching that one as well. And so we've got some big runners today. Good morning, Juan. What's up, Juan? I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been, brother? Salty, good morning, man. 7. Randy, good morning. Alright, so I'm also watching a few other ones. Let's see. I'm watching NEPT. Gapping up a small amount, not my favorite. RSLS, which is moving a lot, but not moving too much. VIVE, same thing, went up and then went back down. TELL, UBXY, and TVIX, and VSTM, which I already have on here. And so I'm still kind of looking to see if I could find anything else. I've already gone over these. I'll show you which ones of these are tradable. It's kind of a bummer today, to be honest. VSTM is tradable, so that's good. Maybe look at that one for a short. It's up a ton already. But ASTC, probably one of my favorite ones today, is not tradable. Neither is GEVO. They still haven't added GEVO and NURO. None of these three are tradable, and these are probably my 3 favorite ones today. And so I'm going to have to find something else I can find. Yeah, for sure. What's up, Joshua? Good morning, man. Oh yeah, no, I get it, Juan. No worries, bro. But yeah, I'm still kind of looking to see if I can find anything else. Let me know if you guys see anything else I don't have on my watch list. I'll go ahead and post my watch list to the chat. This is my watch list thus far. Good morning, NYC. There's my watch list. Like I said, not a ton is available on my watch list today. I was really hoping they would at least add GEVO since it has so much volume. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if anything's really picking up here. And then I'll go over the news. Want to find at least one more. Yeah, you don't want to get squeezed in that stock, man. That would be scary. XGTI gapping up sub. PLM, it looks okay, not my favorite. NCTY and SUMR. PME. Maybe TEUM. DEA gapping down some. CERS sitting right around that 706 high of yesterday. Let's see. XSPL gapping down. PAGS. PAGS looks somewhat interesting. Might watch PAGS. Alright, so, I mean, there's not that many good, stocks that I can trade on TradeNet this morning, unfortunately. But we'll try to find something. CNET. GME. CNET looks okay. I think this one's tradable as well. Let me see. Yeah, CNET's tradable. Maybe keep an eye on that one. Yeah, CLPS, I can watch this one as well. I got into this one the other day. And GME looks good. Appreciate that. I'll check out GME. I'm pretty sure it's going to be tradable. Yeah, so I'll watch a few. So let's look up why some of these are moving. Good morning, John. Baron. Good morning, James. TRXC. Yeah, TRXC doesn't look too bad. Had a big day yesterday. It's almost break even in pre-market. Alright, so let's look up the news on some of these. The first one I'm looking at is ASTC. I'll be right back, guys. It is freezing in this hotel room, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I had to turn the heater on in here. It's cold. Alright, so ASTC. Alright, so ASTC is up a huge amount, 156%, after its subsidiary First Detect announced the Tracer 1000 explosives trace detector, which was ultimately accepted into the European evaluation process for airport checkpoint screening. And so ASTC is an airport screening device company. It produced its Tracer 1000, which traces explosives, and it was ultimately accepted into the European evaluation process for airport checkpoint screening. And so that's why ASTC is up, and really nice volume on that one. I really wish I could trade it. Next one I'm looking at is NURO. This one's a really nice gap up as well, from 124 to 172. Alright, so it looks like NURO received a $3.8 million milestone payment from GlaxoSmithKline. It reported it today, or this morning, that first milestone payment of 3.8 mil. And so it received a milestone payment from them for one of its sales, and so that's why NURO is up. Moving on, now I'm going to look at GEVO here. We'll see if it had any recent news. I vaguely remember what the news was yesterday on this one, but we'll see if anything new actually came out. Alright, so today GEVO announced that it received a letter from the NASDAQ Stock Market LLC, basically notifying that it has regained compliance with NASDAQ's minimum bid price, which is a continued listing requirement. And so that's good news for GEVO. I'm guessing it has some different news out on it as well. Let me look. Yeah, so basically the news that originally came out yesterday on this one was the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, approved isobutanol, which is sounds like a gas blend at a 16% blend level in gasoline for on-road use in automobiles, and so that's good news for it. That's ultimately why GEVO is up. Plus, it had that it reached the listing requirements for NASDAQ, and so that's another reason it's up. But man, this thing is up. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, it was at $3.50, $3.50, and now it's up to $16.49. Went as high as 21. So just a crazy move for that one. Looking at NEPT as well. Not the best gap. I don't think I can trade this one. No, but we'll look up it. We'll look it up anyway. NEPT. So yeah, NEPT reported today a multi-year agreement to help develop cannabis company, Canopy Growths, which is CGC, extraction, refinement, and extract product formulation capacities. So it reached a deal with a cannabis company, NEPT. Let's look up the cannabis company. It said it was CGC. This is the company it said it reached the deal with, and this is actually down some. So we'll see where these two go today. Another one I'm looking at is RSLS, which kind of had a little bit of a crazy pre-market session. You can see it went up to 394, down to 324 now. Alright, so RSLS is up after it received a USPTO, which I'm guessing is U.S. Patent Office or something like that. Let me see. Notification for its patent covering its Reshape vest. So RSLS is a developer of minimally invasive medical devices that treat obesity and metabolic diseases. And today, yeah, it announced that the United States Patent and Trademark Office issued U.S. patent number 100104441, which was titled Gastric Restriction Device for Treating Obesity. And I guess the patent was approved. So the patent was granted for RSLS, but they must have seen something they didn't like, because it went up to 394, it went right back down to 324, and it closed at 312 yesterday. So it's only up 12 cents at this point. And so we'll see what happens with this one. They must have found something that they didn't like in that press release, or in a press release for RSLS. Next one I'm looking at is GameStop. You can see it's on the top right. Let's see. So apparently GameStop is in talks about a deal. It said this morning it's in a exploratory discussion with unnamed third parties regarding a potential deal. I mean, they didn't really say too much aside from that. Credit Suisse analysts said that maybe GameStop is exploring talks now as company management is in flux. Yeah, the pre-owned game market is facing a decline, and so we'll see where this one goes. It's kind of vague, the news for GME, just that there may be in talks about a potential deal for GameStop, and so we'll see what happens with that one. Looking at TRXC here, the top left. Not really any news out for TRXC. Looking at CLPS, which is a recent IPO. I know somebody brought that up. Doesn't really have any news out on it. Moving on, looking at VIVE. VIVE looks okay. It had a nice gap up, but then it fell right back down. So VIVE The company reported positive 6-month data from stress urinary um, incontinence feasibility study. So they reported that they had good data from a 6-month study on urinary incontinence feasibility. I hate bio drugs. All right, so welcome, Lubisi. Good morning, Tiny. Yeah, I know. I was saying that as well, Mitch. It's kind of a bummer you can't trade a lot of these. What's up, Matt? Long time no see, brother. I know. Tell me about it, Joshua. Dude, I'm ready to go home, man. We have been going for like it's not 3 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks. But we went on a vacation 3 weeks ago, or no, a month ago. We went on vacation. We came back. We only stayed home for a week, and then we went on another vacation. And so I think I'm done. I'm vacationing out. I'm burnt out dealing with the kids this whole time. So for sure. All right, so now I'm looking at TELL, gapping down a big amount. All right, so it's a $12 million share offering of common stock. Gross proceeds of that are $118 million for TELL. Yeah, to basically announce the pricing of its public offering. The price was at see if I can find the price. It's probably around where it's at now. Alright, so moving on. RKDA. Yeah, RKDA looks good. RKDA is tradable as well. Small gap up relative to the price of the stock. So the ratings were increased and the price targets were increased. So the only thing I can really see for RKDA is that the ratings and the price target were increased on it. That's good to hear, Tiny. Yeah, I tried to, NYC. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if I can find anything else that's really moving. The biggest movers today, like if you're not on TradeNet like I am, the stocks you really want to watch are NURO. You can see NURO is gapping up pretty substantially here from 124 to 178. Obviously GEVO, which is just a crazy move from $3.50 the day before yesterday to 21 yesterday, and then at 1683 now. What's the other one? NEPT looks good as well. So there's a lot of stocks that I can't trade that maybe you guys can. PLM maybe as well. We'll see. You can see the SPY. The SPY is gapping down some, so I'm watching the TVIX and UVXY as well. See where these go today. VSTM is another one I'm watching. I think I mentioned. This one's gapping down some, but it had a pretty big day yesterday, so we'll see what happens with this one as well. I'm watching RSLS underneath this $3 level. If it breaks underneath here, let's look at the daily chart. Yeah, if it breaks under 3, that's the low of the last year. Probably the last few years. Let me see. Yeah, so if it breaks underneath $3, it's kind of the lifetime low of this stock. At least the low of the last 3 years on RSLS. And it's getting much closer to that. And so we'll see what happens with RSLS as well. BRZU gapping down some. Hopefully we can find some more stuff. What's up, Outsiders? Good morning, man. Yeah, Jiva was a little bit scary. I mean, a stock that moves up this much. I mean, what is this? Up from 350. It's up a huge amount. I'm trying to calculate it. So 357 would be 100%. It's up like 600% or something like that. GEVO. So a crazy, crazy move with that one. What's up, TJ? Good morning, man. Kang Fam says, I have a great idea for you. If you're a short bias, why not search for losing stocks to short, like some sort of bad news to drop the stock 40% or something like that? Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that plan. I'm watching a few gap downs. A lot of times the problem is like gap downs. A lot of times gap downs will reverse. So many times they're not going to continue, but I will watch it for a continuation. But a lot of times when a stock gaps down a bunch, it ends up rebounding some at the open. But I mean, I can still wait for a good setup, and so that's what I'm going to try to do today. Yeah, the biggest problem today is that there's just not a lot that I can actually trade on TradeNet, unfortunately. And so I'm kind of stuck watching stocks that aren't tradable here. Or that are tradable, like RKDA maybe. Okay, Gap, VSTM, GME, TELL. Maybe watch VSTM. I mean, this thing's up from $5.20 in the last 3 days, so maybe look at this one for a short. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, fam. I appreciate trying to help, man. Yeah, I'll try it out, man. Appreciate it. That's right, NYC. If you're having fun, that's the biggest thing is not to be too rigid in your trading, you know. My biggest problem in trading is that I hate losing, as most traders do, but I really hate losing. And so if my first trade is a losing trade, it kind of mentally affects me for the rest of the day. Yeah, I'm definitely watching NURO as well, Randy. I can't trade it on TradeNet, unfortunately, but I'm definitely watching it. From 124 to 177, all the way up to almost $2 today. So we'll see if $2 continues to act as some resistance. You know, if you know my strategy, I usually like shorting these overextended stocks. And so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, really, I'm just ready to get home. Like today, I'm heading home today. Yeah, definitely watching ASTC as well, Outsiders. But unfortunately, I can't trade that either. But that's probably the biggest mover this morning, from 186 to 650. So a crazy move here. Good morning, Frank. What's up, man? GEVO again. Man, this thing is absolutely crazy. And I do think it's going to come down eventually, but who knows, man. This thing is up huge, huge. But yeah, after the stream today, I'm actually heading back home. I'm excited to get back to my dual monitor computer. I'm ready for my 2 monitors again. Trading on 1 monitor has been kind of tough the last 2 weeks, and so I'm excited to have my computer back. Yeah, for sure, Netron. Watching GEVO up to 1925. Crazy move here. Hey, $1,400 is very good, Frank. Congrats, man. Awesome trade, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's what I really would look for with NURO. Like I said, I can't trade it, but most of the time when a stock's doing this, I'm more short biased with it. Kind of the same thing with ASTC, although you never really know with these huge runners. Kind of keeping an eye on VSTM. It's probably one of my biggest watches this morning. It's up a ton in the last few days, and so I'm looking at it to maybe wash out some. Hold underneath the VWAP, tap it some, maybe come back down. But we'll see. We got 9 minutes, 8 minutes until the open, just about 8. So still kind of looking to see if I could find anything else. Let me know if you see anything that I don't see. Also, I mean, if you can trade these, there's NEPT as well. Gapping up some. Watching VIVE. Still gapping up a pretty big amount here for VIVE. We'll see if it happens if it breaks underneath these lows right here at 373. It's kind of what I'm watching for VIVE. So we've got some options. Wish I could trade more on TradeNet, but some days and some weeks are better than others. Joshua, I heard a few people say, was it ASTC that was shortable on SureTrader? BLNK. Yeah, BLNK, guys. BLNK has some news coming out. Hey, bud.
I don't want grapes.
What did you say?
I want grapes.
You want grapes? Okay, go ask your mom.
Mama didn't let me today or yesterday.
I know it. Go ask her. And close the door. Thank you, buddy. Sorry, my son's yelling at me for grapes. Yeah, ASTC, I believe, is shortable on SureTrader, although I don't know. But yeah, appreciate the call out on BLNK. BLNK looks good, popping up some. Let's see what the news is on BLNK. I'm also going to be, once I get back home, I'm going to be doing a recap every day after my trades end. My son's going crazy in the other room about grapes. Yes, bud.
Mommy didn't let me have grapes.
Hey, buddy, we're going to eat breakfast in a little bit. There's going to be waffles and eggs and bacon. Okay? But you got to be patient, okay? Alright? Alright, close that door. Man, my son's going crazy over grapes. He wants grapes. Alright, so BLNK. BLNK put out a press release that says the vertically integrated EV charging solution provider Blink Charging and YSB are to incorporate Blink charging stations into light poles for use in smart city developments. So interesting press release that came out for BLNK. It reported a partnership with Jacobi Brothers for patented tech integration and strategic U.S.-Israeli expansion. So BLNK having some good news out. I think I can still trade this one. I can. So this would be one that I'm watching for sure, BLNK. We'll see what happens with it. No, GEVO is not shortable, unfortunately. It should be, though. I think they'll probably. I think TradeNet will most likely. I think TradeNet will most likely add GEVO in the next few days, just because the volume's been crazy and the price is up, but they haven't added it quite yet, unfortunately. SRPT having a news halt. Too expensive for my liking, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm watching the TVIX and UVXY today. The SPY is down, so these are up. Sometimes, Joshua. Sometimes I am, man. Yeah, I'm definitely watching Neuro, Randy. Can't trade it either, though. Yeah, definitely for sure, Joshua. I've been thinking about it. I mean, I like TradeNet, don't get me wrong. It serves its purpose. Some days are better than others, you know. Alright, guys, we got 3 minutes until the open. Watching VSTM, VIVE, BLNK, and GameStop GME. That's probably my biggest watches today. We'll see what happens with these. Going to try to use bigger sizing today. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully we get some decent movers, and hopefully we get some stuff pop up at the open a little bit more. BKYE. Or YI. Gapping up some, BKYI. SPRO. Gapping up some as well. CHCI. CHCI looks interesting too. May keep an eye on this one. You can see VSTM making a bounce here up to 830. And so I also should be able to start putting out my watch list videos again once I get back home tonight. Alright guys, market opens up in about a minute and a half. Alright guys, we got less than a minute. Good luck everyone. Hopefully we can all make some money today. Bell's coming up in about 30 seconds. So you can see VSTM starting to push up over the VWAP area at 818. See if we can get it, maybe a continuation short on TELL as well. Market opens up in 5 seconds, guys, so good luck all. There's the bell. Alright, so CHCI dropping down some. Looking at GameStop here, BLNK. GameStop starting to push up some. Watching TELL here. Good morning, the best. GameStop going up, keeping it out that one as well. Let's see if we get some movers coming in here. ASTC. ASTC running some. NURO dropping some. Here goes BLNK dropping down to 590. Keeping an eye on these as well. NEPT, CBIO. Look at NEPT starting to run some here up to 299. Looks pretty decent here. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Close the door, okay? Thank you, buddy. Alright, so VSTM, watching that one. Sitting above the VWAP, we'll see if it acts as support. CBIO at 929 here. Let's see if I can trade CBIO. I'm hoping I can, but I don't think so. No, can't trade CBIO either. BLNK at 575. The spread's a little gnarly with that one. VSTM starting to push up at 835. SPRO. SPRO starting to run some, maybe at 413 now. BLNK looks somewhat interesting here, especially if it bounces off of this VWAP area. We'll see what it does. Today I'm using bigger sizing, so got to be careful with what I get into. No trades today, TJ. Alright, GME starting to drop. I kind of like BLNK if it gets up to this VWAP area. The biggest problem is that the volume's just a little low for it right now. VSTM pushing up to 850. VKTS dropping. Watching COPS. Want to see some more volume in Blink before I decide to jump into it. So taking my time here. JNCE. Look at JNCE, guys. JNCE starting to run. It's up to 828. Still low volume with it, though. It's tradable, though, on TradeNet, so that's good news. VSTM went up to 850, coming back down some. IZEA making a little bit of a push here. Like to see some more volume with it go. ASTC. LXRX trying to. Alright, so here's BLNK back down to 578. Like I said, it kind of looks like a good setup. The biggest problem is that the volume's too low. Watching GameStop here. Maybe look for a bounce up to that VWAP area and then a wash back down. GEVO. GEVO. Running again, breaking the highs of the day. GEVO. Up to 2018 now. Big move for GEVO. What did RKDA end up doing? RKDA is going sideways here. Waiting for maybe GME, GameStop to bounce back here. And VSTM up to that 850 level. Nice, Tiny. Good trade, good trade. DYSL. Alright, VSTM up to 855. Yeah, we'll see if DYSL can pick up some volume here. Watching GameStop pretty closely. INSY starting to move up to $8. Need some more volume, but INSY. Yeah, see, I thought BLNK looked like a good setup. The volume just wasn't there. That's the biggest problem here with BLNK. GME looked like a really nice bounce to the VWAP. It was just really quick. I don't know if I really could have taken advantage of it. Looked like a plausible setup though. BLNK breaking under the lows of the day here. BLPH. BLPH running as well. Look at this move on BLPH here from 260s to 280s pretty quickly. BLPH. Not tradable either, unfortunately. But BLPH is running. VSTM up to 860. I think it may run into some resistance at 875 here. We'll see. What did TELL end up doing? I was watching TELL. Yeah, here's that VWAP bounce that I was looking for with GME. Like I said, it's just too quick. You can see these upwicks, it just happened too fast. CBIO, if you can get into that one. DRYS kind of bouncing back down, bouncing back and forth. We'll see. VSTM testing the $0.50 again at 850. GME at 1520. BLNK testing the lows of the day. QD. Look at QD, guys. Wow, look at this move on QD. Washout long, broke the highs of the day. It's continuing here. BLNK just needs some more volume, I think, for me to really want to mess with it. CHCI, RKDA is another one I'm watching. May bump down to test the lows here. We'll see. It's been kind of choppy this morning. JNCE. JNCE still pushing up here, up to 830. Up to 834. GME. GameStop trying to break the lows of the day here. IZEA up to 135. IZEA making a push here, bouncing off of the VWAP. Not tradable either. But IZEA looking good. JNCE up to 837 here. Yeah, I know, Joshua. I know, man. Yeah, we'll see what VSTM does here. Maybe I'm looking at it under the VWAP at in around 840. Really is what I'm looking at for VSTM. Big drop in IZEA. VSTM still kind of teetering around the $0.50. GME still kind of bouncing back and forth between the lows here. A lot of upwicks and downwicks, so which means indecision on GME. We'll see if it can break down lower. I think GameStop is ultimately going to become obsolete, and this is just my opinion on it, but you know, if you play video games, you understand that digital downloads are becoming more and more common. With video games, a lot of people, instead of buying the physical copy, are simply downloading it to their console, and so I think GameStop maybe start to become obsolete here. So really, I'd be short bias long term with GME, but I don't know what it's going to do today. We'll see. Big spike in VSTM. If GameStop bounces back to the VWAP area, I might get in. Try to scale into it, scale in and out of it. We'll see though. Also watching TELL here, kind of choppy as well. VKTX bouncing back, it's up to 1254. NEPT CLBS. NEPT running some. CLPS. Look at CLPS. Look at this spike here from 1050 to 1150 in a minute. So a huge spike with CLPS here. Alright, so here's a spike back for GameStop. If it gets around the VWAP area, may get in going short with a stop planned at 1535. We'll see though. Now look at CLBS, guys. CLBS starting to spike hard here. It's up to $5, $5.15, $5.22. CLBS, crazy move here, up to $5. From 425, so big move on CLBS. I'm definitely more short bias with GameStop here. I want to see it get a little bit higher if I'm going to enter. Probably jump in with 100 shares or something like that if I do get in. But man, CLBS going crazy. CLPS. VKTX here up to 1260. And VSTM up to 870 now. I'm definitely more short biased on VSTM now after that big upwick it's showing. I appreciate the sub, Alex. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. ASTC apparently is breaking out on volume. Yeah, ASTC at the high of the day. Broke the high of the day at 780. It's up to $8 now, right around 8. We'll see if it fights back and forth here. Watching GameStop closely here, trying to see what it's going to do. Seems to be flagging on the downside some, but we'll see. VSTM right around this previous high of yesterday at 875. It broke over it, but it got rejected. And so if it's going to get rejected, I think it'll be around here somewhere. YTRA. YTRA moving up to 709. Not the best volume though, but moving some. All right, so here's the bounce to the VWAP on GME. Got rejected pretty hard. That was my entry right there. VSTM trying to get over that high of yesterday and hold. AXON. Look at AXON washing big here. Tapping the VWAP and coming back down. That's a short play too I missed. See if I get one more tap up to this VWAP area at 1528 on GME, maybe jump in. CLPS coming back down. All right, so I'm in GameStop with 100 shares here. We'll see how it works. Looking for it to come back down, test that low of the day. If it breaks over the VWAP at 1528, I'll exit. Would have liked to enter it a little bit higher, but we'll see how it works out. Here's VSTM crashing back down to 853 now. AXON tapping the VWAP again at 315. What's up, Skynet? What's up, bro? Yeah, there's another VWAP test on AXON. Big spike on GME. I got out for a $10 loss. Can't talk right now. I just did not like that spike over the VWAP on GME. It could get rejected and go back down, but too quick of a spike there, trying to break over the VWAP. It's going to be really aggravating if it comes all the way back down though, but hey. But look at AXON here. This thing's getting hit pretty hard now. It's down to 294. And really, I'm watching VSTM for a short as well. $10 loss is okay. Like I said, I hate losing, but I have to understand that with bigger sizes, I'm going to take some bigger losses, and that's okay. I'm going to get aggravated, though, if GME fakes me out here, though. Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. Maybe should have held it at second a tad bit longer, but frustrating for sure. Yeah, there's the drop I was looking for with GME. This is ultimately what I have to work on with my bigger sizing, though, is I have to work on not being so scared in the trade that I get out too early. I think that's one of my biggest flaws with bigger sizing, is that I get a little bit too nervous in the trade and end up exiting too soon. But hey, that's what this is about, trying to learn. So, not too upset with it. Watching VSTM under this 850 level, if it breaks underneath the VWAP, it may start to look interesting here. Fam, one day, brother, one day. There's GME bouncing back up. Maybe it wasn't a bad exit. But man, look at AXON here, getting hit really hard. I'm starting to like GME more and more for a short here. A lot of up wicks there. It's getting rejected on the way up over and over again. AXON still washing down pretty hard. Yeah, there goes GameStop. Back down to where I was looking for. Down to 1521 now. So ultimately, my trade idea at this point, at least, was correct. I just got spooked out over the VWAP. Lesson learned is I need to set a little bit looser stops if I'm using the VWAP as resistance. So that's something I got to focus on. TTOO washing down under the lows. RCII starting to push some. But yeah, this is a very common thing when I use bigger sizing, is that a lot of times my trade idea will be somewhat correct. I just get my exits are bad. I don't think my entries are necessarily bad. I think my exits are what I really need to work on. Especially with holding on to my winners and stuff like that. I think that's what I got to focus on a little bit more. ARCI. What did BLNK end up doing? Still tanking hard. BLNK is testing these lows right here, though. The volume's just pretty slim. VSTM starting to push back up. What's up, Michael? VKTX just bouncing back to the VWAP area. But man, look at AXON. This thing has a lot of volume and it's just tanking seriously hard. AXON trying to break under the lows of the day again. Right, Jeremy. That's the same thing I have to work on, man. I actually agree with that, Jeremy. Is that I'm shorting the lows, but that's something I really need to work on. I didn't really short the lows here. I shorted into 1524, so it was kind of in the middle in between those support and resistance levels. But that's something I did talk about in a video I uploaded, is that it's a much better strategy to get in right around that resistance level, because if it breaks that resistance, you can get out for a small loss, where if it continues to drop, you know, you get out for a bigger winner. And so it's good risk reward to get in around the resistance areas as opposed to getting in around the support areas, because a lot of times it's going to bounce right off those supports. It all depends on your broker and everything like that. Appreciate it, James. Appreciate the support, brother. It all depends on which broker you're using, swing trade. You know, it all depends. I usually try to it depends on if you're going long or short. If you're talking about selling a stock on the ask, that's usually the best place I sell it on, because it gets filled much quicker, as opposed to if you're trying to sell on the bid. If you're going long, a lot of times the bid's not going to get hit, and so I usually just sell on the ask. It's a much quicker sell, especially if I need to get out quickly, if that makes sense. But since I'm using bigger sizing, $10 loss isn't terrible. I'm okay with it. You know, bigger sizing is going to come with bigger losses and bigger gains, and so I just need to tweak it a little bit. Watching VSTM here, especially if it breaks under 850. This looks like a good short CLPS right here. Level 2 is a little scary. I'm looking for a bounce here on CLPS. There's a bounce. We'll see if it gets a little bit more of a bounce. Try to get in around that 1125 VWAP area if it bounces that high. Spread's a little gnarly though for CLPS. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, swing trade. It depends on what type of position you're taking. If you're going long, I usually like to get out on the ask, because the ask is going to be a much quicker fill than getting out on the bid if you're going long, because the ask is a little bit higher price, and that's what people are ultimately asking for to sell. And so if it makes sense, like, that's why I usually try to get out on the ask if I'm going long, just because it's quicker. See, here goes GME doing what I wanted it to at down to 519 now. And this is what I was looking for. It's going to test the lows, I'm sure now. So my trade idea was correct. I just got spooked out of the trade. There it goes down to 516. And so look at that. Also, I'm watching VSTM here for a possible short. Gotta look for a bounce here in VSTM and then maybe get in going short if it gets rejected at that 850/VWAP area. We'll see if it gives me that bounce though. But yeah, GME did exactly what I wanted it to. It just took a little bit longer. Lesson learned. I think I'm just not used to using bigger sizing. There it goes. See, this is exactly what I was looking for with GME. Bounce off of the VWAP test, crack back down under the lows, and yeah, that's what I was trying to go for here. True, very true, Randy. I was looking for a bounce in VSTM here up to that 850 level. We'll see if I can get one. There's the bounce. Alright, so I'm in VSTM here with 100 shares. Looking for it to get rejected at this $half level and continue its breakdown. If it gets over 860, that's ultimately going to be where I decide to exit. And so I'll give it a little bit of time. I don't know why my level 2 is acting like this on Thinkorswim, but my trade net level 2 is substantially better. And so that's what I'm watching with this one. Alright, so let's see if we can get a breakdown on VSTM here. Here we go. There's a little bit of a breakdown. We'll see if we can get a little bit more on VSTM. Alright, so I got out for an $11 gain on VSTM. That's kind of what I was looking to see. Got out right before that bounce. Maybe could have held it a little bit longer, let it come back down to test, but nice to be somewhat in the green. I know I'm still down after commissions, but now I'm only down a small amount, so that's kind of what I was looking for with VSTM. And that's what I tried to say, Jeremy. I kind of try to use kind of what you said, getting in right around the resistance area at 850, and it ended up working out. Probably could have held it a little bit longer, but I'll take the small gain. I got an 11-cent gain on VSTM, so I'll take that. Also, my GME trade would have worked out too. I mean, if I would have gotten out at 15.10, I would have been up 15 cents, so $14 or $15. I just barely got stopped out when it broke over the VWAP there, so something I got to focus on after today. TPIV. Still, honestly, even though I just had that profitable trade on VSTM, I still have a little bit of FOMO for my GME trade. I mean, I'm not going to jump in it now that it's reversing, But man, that was exactly what I was looking for. It's kind of a picture perfect example of the strategy I've been trying to implement here, where it drops under the VWAP, pushes up to test it, and then drops back down to test the lows. And in this case, it ended up reversing. But I mean, if I would have gotten out right around these lows, I would have been up 10 or 15 cents. So $10 or $15 on that trade. And so that's kind of the thing I'm bummed out about, was that I let this little upwick right here scare me out of the trade, and it didn't even hold over that very long at all. It ended up getting rejected and coming right back down, and so that's something I have to focus on a little bit better here. No, not really. I mean, I run this channel as, you know, for part-time income, and I'm still a new trader for the most part, Michael, or Mitchell. However you pronounce your name. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but yeah, I'm still a new trader for the most part. My channel is all about letting traders watch what it's like for a new trader. I think a lot of times if you watch the gurus and stuff like that, it may give you an unrealistic expectation of what day trading is like for beginners. And so my goal of this channel is just to let other traders watch me day trade, win or lose. Not trying to act like an expert or anything like that, but I think it's a good place to learn if you're a new trader, kind of what it's really like. Because, you know, if you're a new trader and you watch some of these gurus or you watch a lot of people on YouTube, you're going to think it's all sunshine and rainbows, day trading. And it's really not. Day trading is extremely tough. Most of the time, you're not just going to jump in and be immediately profitable. And so it's a really hard thing to learn, and it takes years to do well. And to be consistently profitable for most people. And so my channel is just kind of letting people watch me day trade so they can see what it's really like for a new trader day trading the market with a small account, if that makes sense. I have a lot of videos, educational videos on the setups and patterns I use, Mitchell or Michael, and so I'll try to post a few links. I can show my positions. It doesn't really matter. It all just depends. If it's not big enough, so a lot of times I just put my account here so I can see my total profit and loss, but you can see my positions as well if you want. Yeah, appreciate it, Salty. Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest with people. I think I try to be as transparent as possible with everything, win or lose, you know, and as honest as possible as I can with myself. And I've had a few people that, yeah, most of the time, Kang fam, that's going to happen. With most traders, you know, you're going to be super optimistic about trading and you're going to deposit a few $1,000s into a brokerage account. And then a large majority of the time, you're going to end up losing all of those thousands of dollars plus more until it kind of kicks you in the face and you realize, okay, I have to have good risk management, because that's the biggest thing. New traders jump in with no risk management and they lose their entire account. It's pretty disheartening, but it's necessary to understand the gravity of risk management and why you need it. Oh, no, I get it, Chris. I'll try to do that from now on. I'm really proud of this VSTM entry right here at around 849 is where I got in. And I got out right around the lows here. So a small scalp, but I'm pretty proud of the entry. I think it was a good entry. Not only did it have the $half resistance at 850, it also had the VWAP resistance. Yeah, I'm probably down overall day trading fam, Kang fam. I'm probably down at least $5,000 in the last 2 years. It's been a little bit better since I stopped trading on SureTrader. Nothing against SureTrader, but since I kind of took it a little bit slower, it's been a lot better. I've lost a lot less than I was originally. When I first started, I deposited like $1,500 into a SureTrader account, and all of that was gone literally within like a week. That entire $1,500 was gone in a week. And then I deposited another $1,500, and I made it last a little bit longer, about 2 weeks, but eventually that was gone as well. And at that point, once I lost that $2,500 or that $3,000, I kind of just wanted to quit day trading, and so I stopped trading for about a year. And when I got started back up again, I was much better than I was previously. I mean, I was still a losing trader for the most part, but I did much better than I did before. And it's just because I started taking it slow, using smaller share size, and just trying to learn more than trying to make big gains. I think the problem new traders make is they want big gains. They want to make these huge, big gains that they can be really proud of. And that's understandable. But I think as a new trader, the most important thing is actually learning and trying to get in good setups, regardless of how many shares you buy. Nice, Mitch. Keep doing it, brother. I'm watching CLPS here. See how it acts around these lows right here at 1026. See if it kind of drops down, bounces some. The spread's been a little crazy for CLPS though. NEPT. Yeah, I see NEPT going. Yeah, no worries, Lucas. No, not right now. I've been in 2 trades today, Raza. One green, one red. So basically break even on the day. A very small loss after commissions, but overall break even on the day. In TradeNet, there wasn't a lot of these big runners. Like for instance, I couldn't trade GEVO. I couldn't trade NURO, which I would have really liked for a short position in NURO. I couldn't trade ASTC, and so those are the 3 biggest runners today, and I couldn't trade any of them, unfortunately. I'm assuming you mean planning not to touch anything, Frank. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Summer months are tough. Summer trading's really tough. Very low volume. I mean, today actually hasn't been that bad. I just haven't been able to trade any of these big runners, but summer trading's tough. You know, the key to successful, reliable patterns is volume. It has to have enough volume to fulfill those patterns. Basically, enough traders have to be looking for the same setup you're looking for in order for it to be beneficial for you, in order for it to be reliable. And if there's not enough volume, those setups just aren't going to fulfill as much as they would if they had better volume, if that makes sense. Trading, you got to understand, trading is a self-fulfilling prophecy. And so or technical analysis is. And so the only reason technical analysis works is because other people think it works, if that makes sense, right? And so like if you're looking for a bull flag breakout, you know, and a lot of other people are looking for that same bull flag breakout, they're going to start buying it at that breakout point or wherever they see that breakout point being. And so what happens when people buy a stock? The stock goes up and it actually fulfills that breakout just because so many people are looking for it. And so my mentality with trading is you got to find the most obvious setups, not the most obvious setups, but you got to try to find setups that every other trader knows about, because that way they'll actually be able to force it to fulfill itself, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this. Alright. Hey. Are you gonna get breakfast? It'll save us some time. It's up to you though. We can get it on the road if you want. It's up to you. Alright. Yeah, Tiny. I try to be as honest as possible about it. I don't really have much to gain. People can believe me, or they can, they could follow something else. Everybody has their own opinions of trading, but you know, it, if you think about it, the only reason technical analysis works is because other people think it works. And so the more obvious the pattern is, the more support and resistance levels. That's why I always say, like, for instance, if I use VSTM as an example here, people are looking for it to get rejected at the VWAP, and they're looking for it to get rejected at the $0.50. And so two different groups of traders, $0.50 traders, price action traders, and VWAP traders are all possibly looking for it to get rejected there. And so it's twice the momentum to go in your direction. And so the more setups that are going on at the same time, the better your odds are in that trade, because it has the most momentum to fulfill that technical analysis setup or pattern, if that makes sense. And this is all kind of trade theory, but this is kind of how I feel about it. TGTX. Nice, Mitch. Congrats, bro. Awesome trade, man. You've been killing it in the market lately, Mitch. Build that TradeNet account up, man. So yeah, just to recap today. Fundamental digital. I'm just not really a fundamental trader. CLSN. I'm not really. It's not really. I mean, fundamental is more, press releases, news stories. And so, I mean, I'm just not really one of those traders, just because a lot of the time the stock can have good news and end up washing out, and vice versa. The stock can have bad news and end up going up. And so, I like trading off of technical analysis better, but every trader's different. I'm definitely not an investor. I don't invest in anything. Very short-term active trader for the most part. Yeah, CLSN breaking the highs of the day here is right at 3. Oh, also, guys, so here's something else that's really cool. So I think I mentioned that Webull is sponsoring me, and I've been working on a video with them. I just found out by the rep that contacted me that Webull allows you to trade in pre-market and after hours with zero commissions. So Webull is a zero commission trading app, and it also allows you to trade in pre-market and after hours. And so when she told me that, I was shocked, because that's so rare. And so I'm going to be depositing some money in a Webull account, and I'll be going over kind of my swing trades, because I'm excited to actually be able to enter in and out of positions in pre-market and after hours. It's kind of like Robinhood with zero commissions, and so I'm excited for that. I'll be kind of putting out some videos on that, and my sponsorship video should be coming out in the next few days as well. Oh no, for sure. I agree, actually, digital. I mean, you always want to see a catalyst. Most of these stocks, that's why every morning I try to go over the news on each, I build my watch list. Usually it's about 10 stocks that I'm watching, and I always try to go over the specific catalyst that is the reason the stock is moving like it is. Yeah, no, isn't that crazy, Salty? Like pre-market and after hours trading with zero commissions. Plus the platform's awesome. It's legitimately a really cool platform for your smartphone. Like you can put up moving averages, VWAP, Bollinger Bands, a lot of cool stuff you can put out on your smartphone. And so I thought that was cool. I don't know what's going on with my Thinkorswim. It's not connected. Yeah, for sure. Once I upload the video, I'm in kind of the process right now, NYC, of I'm in the process right now of editing the video, and adding some stuff, and so I'll let you guys know when the video is about to come out, and I'll for sure include a link in there. Yeah, okay, so Thinkorswim is down for you, Juan, as well. Yeah, there it goes. It's back. Okay, so at least it's not just me. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it too, NYC. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm connected again. But yeah, no, I mean, they reached out, but honestly, Weeble was actually a really cool app. Like I said, like, it's super rare to have a stock that has that good of a platform on your smartphone with zero commissions. And not only that, like I said, I found out that you can actually trade in pre-market and after hours with them. And so I think that's probably the thing that I like the most about them, is that I can actually get in pre-market and after hours for my swing trades. And so if the swing trade starts to go horribly against me, I can exit in pre-market or after hours. And so I'm excited about that. I really am. I'll have a few videos on there for sure of like some live trades once I get everything set up. Yeah, for sure, digital. I mean, today one of my trades was GME, which is GameStop. It's not a penny stock. It's at 1540, and so I trade anything that's moving really. Usually my range of stocks is in between like $3 all the way up to like $40 or $50 is usually where I kind of put my limit. I don't really like to trade stocks over $50, but I mean, if it looks like a really good setup, I'll still jump into it. But for the most part, anywhere from $3 to $50 is where I like to mess around with. Like I said, today I got in GME, which is a $15.39 stock right now, and also VSTM, which is an 863 stock. And so it's anything that's moving is really what I, jump into. $15-minute chart on GME. Yeah, it looks like a possible washout long on the 15-minute for GME. I think so, Choice. Let me look it up really quick. I'll look it up for you. Hold on. Yeah, so for margin trading, you have to have a minimum account balance of 2,000, but they do offer margin trading apparently. It's always best to check with them, because like I said, I'm still relatively new to Webull, and so it's always best to check with them. But from what I see online from their website, it does offer margin trading, but it has to have a $2,000 minimum in your account. I don't think you can short on them, Baron. I have a Discord digital. I don't know how to use it so much, but I have a Discord. Here, I do have a Discord. Nobody ever talks in my Discord. I've got like 100 members in my Discord chat, but nobody ever talks. And so I'm not there that much. I know Seven is in there a lot. IQ. IQ's looking good though. IQ's looking kind of like my VWAP test. It all depends though. The level to watch is this 4350 level right there. If it gets rejected, we'll see. It's had a lot of support underneath it at the lows. And so this is kind of what I look for a short trade. Bounce under the VWAP, push back up to test it, and then an initial drop after that. But it already did that once here, and it dropped down to 42.50. And so we'll see. But that's kind of what I look for with my short positions. And so it just kind of goes to show how traders are different. Every trader's different. I don't like it as much for a short because it's already done this once and then it found a lot of support here, and so we'll see. What are you talking about, Juan? You talk by yourself, I'm assuming. COCP? Man, look at COCP starting to run big here. Up to 540. Yeah, so this is like what I was saying with IQ. I usually like shorting it on these VWAP tests and rejections. And I mean, it got rejected nicely, but like I said, the crucial level to watch is this 4350 level, which is bouncing right off of now. Yeah, that would have been a nice long entry for sure, Mitch. Oh, you want the here? I'll put the Discord link in. Give me a second. I can put the Discord link in. If anybody wants to go to it, I mean, like I said, nobody's ever really there. But I'll go ahead and post it. Usually 7's the only one that's ever really there. Jerry's been posting there as well. There's the Discord link. Yeah, I bet. I'm sure it will. Oh, that's you, Jerry? Okay. Coco. Yeah, you got to be careful with these chat room pumps. I've seen them happen a lot. A lot of these gurus and chat rooms will start pumping up a stock and they'll leave their followers just kind of bag holding the stock. I'm not showing anything for Coco. Can you shrink the account number column in the position window? Yeah, give me a second. Wait, where did it go? I don't know where it went. My unrealized is 0 right now. I don't know what I just did. Try to put in the average cost and the shares. Maybe the position size. Weird, I don't know what happened. I tried to put it in. I think maybe, let me try restarting it. I'm just going to restart it, see if that works. I don't know what's going on with it, man. I'll try to fix that tomorrow. If you want to see my trade log, it's right here. Trades. Yeah, that's probably true. Well, no, because it should show up regardless. I don't know. I'll mess with it tomorrow. I actually gotta head out soon, guys. That's rough, Salty. You'll bounce back, bro. But yeah, I actually gotta head out, guys. I'm actually returning home today, and so we're about to get on the road here. My wife just bought up breakfast for us, so we're gonna eat breakfast, head back home. I'm really excited to be back at my regular desktop computer and have my two beautiful monitors that I'm in love with right now because I miss them so much. So really excited to get back home. Watch list videos should resume starting tomorrow. I should be able to put out my nightly watch list videos like I usually do. I'm also going to start a trade recap every day after I stop streaming. I'll be making a recap video of the trades I got into on that specific day. And so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you want to do me a favor, I day trade live every weekday morning and put myself out there. So click the like button right now in this video if you want to help support us. Like I said, I day trade every weekday morning live on stream right here on YouTube. And so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and you want to watch me day trade live. Today was basically a break-even day. I had one winning trade and one losing trade. And so we'll see how I can do tomorrow. And yeah, guys, I think Mitch is going to be streaming. Let me see. I think Mitch is going to be streaming, so let me get Mitch's link so you guys can go to it. I think Mitch is going to be streaming him trading on TradeNet as well. And so let me find the link here. I appreciate the subscribe. Let me see who it was. Conan, appreciate the sub, Conan. Welcome, brother. But yeah, guys, go check out Mitch's channel. He should be live streaming as well. Here's the link if you want to go check out Mitch's channel. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all tomorrow back at home, hopefully safe and sound. So good luck, guys. Have a good day. I almost said safe trip. Have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.